So what are you feeling in your bodies? What's happening? Pulse and flow. Yeah. How was the first dance for you? The first two, we were going into attacking each other and playing with force and stretch and.
So long ago.
Do any of you remember?
I remember.
And how was that for you?
We had a whole marriage, and she got pretty caught up in the end.
Let's talk one at a time for the recording.
Shira and me, we had a whole marriage there, and it was really gorgeous. It was fractious. It was. Oh, I generally had the power though. It's quite nice.
But she cooperated towards the end. It was quite sweet. Well, such is my perspective.
Did you notice?
Stop pushing me around when we got to dance.
All right.
That's a beautiful one.
Did you notice what happened in your bodies? On that first dance, what happened? Was it exhausting? Was it energizing? What was happening for you? Yeah.
It's pretty flat before, and then at the end of it, I was, okay, I'm awake now.
Yeah. And then the next dance, endangered species.
Oh, yes.
That one, you remember?
I was scared.
Scared? Good. Did you get to access some energy there that you could dance with?
It felt quite passionate and also a bit of, it seemed a bit like mating play in a way. We weren't actually attacking to kill. But more like threatening.
Hide and seek.
Yes.
I enjoyed playing with focused intent. Get that gaze locked on their throat and move in.
And the last dance?
Oh, God, no, you better ask other people. Their opinions may be critical.
Strange enough for me, it was that thing of permission coming up, strangely. I mean, it's just where I am today, but that was coming up, the permission to really get into that space, which normally I don't have an issue with, but this way, yeah. But towards the end, I was starting to feel freedom to go there.
Yeah.
Slowing the tempo down is what it felt like. It's brought an awareness of just the micro movements and seeing how the dance can be so subtle and bringing in just more spaciousness in a way to like notice the slightest little nuances in texture and sound and smell and taste, and it's just the senses kind of just lit up. And yeah, the micro movements.
Did you?
The dissolving of the boundaries that we set for ourselves, allowed this game.
The term that we like to use is the dropping of body armoring, which is this protection that we have before we've checked whether we need the protection, and then if we start to test what's real here, how can we be together? Then we discover what is appropriate. It's like what Stephen was talking about, that experience of the wave and the ocean, seeing themselves as separate. When the wave starts to see itself as the ocean, then where's the boundary? But you have to explore that in your kinesthetics. You know, what happens? What feels good? How do I follow my bliss in this? Did you notice your dynamics around that, following your bliss, following your pleasure? Did you notice where Carl mentioned a bit about the permission thing coming up for him? Did you feel any of that, where you were having a dance around your own bliss, allowing yourself your own delight? Watabe, did you feel that a bit?
Yeah, I think when it started, I had like this, I don't know what's going to happen, but I realized that when someone allowing or freeing himself that takes away your fears and doubts as well, then you just become one.
Right. Yeah.
Getting comfortable with permission given.
Yeah.
Realize you haven't been slapped yet, so it's like, yeah.
Right.
It's almost in those micro movements, subtle flow happening, that permission or that dissolving of the body armor, as you say, you sort of find that space to go through.
Yes, because you're dropping the illusory. If you have body armoring around you, how well can you sense the real? If you've got all this plastic wrapped around you, which you put on by virtue of, the belief that you need it, you need this plastic, how well can you feel? If you take off the plastic, then you can feel more. So you can find what is appropriate. Where does the meeting happen? Where does the melting happen? Did you notice what happened in your nervous systems from the first two dances to the second dance?
The first two to the third, you mean?
Yeah, to the third. Yeah.
No, I've calmed down a bit now since the third one. So
yeah, just both of them are kind of there's this objective. The objective is to whatever you want to achieve here in this fight. Or the objective is what you're going to stalk or what you're going to protect. And then, a little bit beyond. And for me, just no protection, just opening, and then your mind, and I just find there's something there.
In the third dance.
Oh yeah, and I say it's sweet to open when the sweetness there.
Can you talk to me about the different qualities of heat between the first two dances and the third dance? Did you feel heat in the first two dances? What was happening in your skin, in your organs, in your temperature? What quality of heat were you feeling? Can you remember? What was happening?
My heat was, with the two dances, it was pressurized heat.
Right.
Almost like there was tension inside me.
Yeah.
But this heat was moving.
Right.
It almost like there's easiness in it.
Yes.
There's no pressure, but the valve is open.
Right.
And it's a huge heat.
And it takes the life of its own. No boundaries, no permission. It's there.
Right. Ank, if you had to give a color to the first two dances, the quality of the flame and the third dance, what color? The flames.
The flames were, in the first two, they were like, golden yellow and big flames, and the last dance was simmering coal.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest, deepest.
In the last one, right? But internal more. Radiating out through your body.
Radiating lots.
Possessing the body.
Well, the first two dances were extroverted. Yeah. The last was introverted. In fact, I had my eyes closed.
Right. Now here's a question. Would you have been able to do the third dance the way that you moved into it if you hadn't done the first two dances?